right now. Very pleased to have with us the author of Safety On and the author of the new column at thedailywire.com. The National Rifle Association is the Jews' safest place. Yehuda Remer is with us. Yehuda, how are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I am excellent. Hope you had a good weekend and great column at the Daily Wire, by the way.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. You write, the Jews have a saying, never again. Never again will we allow our people to be thrown into the ovens or taken to the forest to be shot dead. But with the multitude of American Jews pushing for stricter gun controls, whom can the Jews who believe in the term never again turn to? Where can Jews feel at home without worrying that their right to self-defense be taken away? You say that you have found that place. It is the National Rifle Association. And you talk about your experience at the NRA annual meeting in Atlanta this year. This was your first NRA meeting, was it not?
Yeah, it was.
Did you have any? I mean, did you have any idea of what it would be like? Did you have any conceptions going in about what it was going to be like to wander the aisles and to interact with folks? Did you have any trepidation at all?
It was more trepidation in terms of, who knows how people are going to react to seeing a religious Jew walking around with a kippah on his head or a yarmulke on his head. Not that I think anything was going to happen, obviously, but, from an early age where we have so much anti-Semitism around in the world we live in that you never know what's going to happen. You never know if someone's going to say something. But honestly, nothing happened, and it was an absolutely amazing experience.
Yeah, you say nothing happened. The complete opposite. You say you were immediately accepted and welcomed. And I hope that everybody attending an NRA annual meeting has that same experience. I think that they do, which is why the number of people keeps growing, and you have more and more people who keep going to the NRA annual meetings because no matter your background, no matter where you came from or who you are, when you're there at the NRA annual meeting, you're an NRA member, right? It doesn't matter all of the things that we might not have in common because we've got that in common.
Yeah, and that's why I wrote the article. The NRA doesn't care about your background, your religion, your color, your creed. They really don't care. As long as you're not trying to restrict anybody's Second Amendment rights, as long as you're not trying to take away anything from anybody there. And, it's basically a bunch of gun owners getting together and just having a good time and meeting new people. And it was very cool. I know I write in the article that I think it was one or two times that people actually mentioned the yarmulke on my head was more of along the lines of, wow, it's very cool to see a Jewish guy representing the Second Amendment rather than the biggest gun grabbers in Congress who happen to be Jewish. It's cool to see someone supporting the Second Amendment from the Jewish side. So it was really cool to walk around and meet new people and have that said to me.
Well, and like I said, I hope that is the experience of everybody there because, that's been my experience over the years is that gun owners and NRA members in particular, we do understand that self-defense is a human right. We understand that the right to keep and bear arms has not always applied to all law-abiding Americans equally, but that's one of the things that we're fighting for, so that no matter where you live, no matter the zip code, no matter your monthly income, that you've got that same right to keep and bear arms that a billionaire in New York might have.
Yeah, and again, that's why I wrote the article. There was not one point at the convention that I feel any eyes looking down upon me in any way, making me feel uncomfortable that I'm a Jew and I shouldn't be there. It was really the opposite. It was like, hey man, congratulations on coming. Go grab a gun and make sure that you and your people are safe. That was a lot more of the feeling I got walking around meeting people.
And, I'm curious, Yehuda, you write about the anti-Semitism present in the world and in this country. And, we've seen, I think, more Americans over the last few years. And now that Donald Trump is president, you're seeing these stories about, people on the left who are buying firearms. Because, again, self-defense not only is a human right, but it is a human instinct. Do you think that this is playing out? Are we going to see more people of the Jewish faith embrace gun ownership, right along with other Americans who are doing so.
I think so. I know. I know I have tons of friends who are gun owners. I know there's a very big contingent of Orthodox Jews who are pro-gun and they own guns and they carry guns. I do think you will start seeing a lot more people who are not necessarily on the left really begin to get into guns and start learning about gun safety and start learning about the gun culture and beginning to, really internalize the Second Amendment.
Talking again with Yehuda Remer, whose book Safety On, which is a real gun safety book for kids, is available now. So Yehuda, you've had a couple of pieces in the Daily Wire here. Is this going to be a regular thing?
It's funny. The Ben Shapiro started the Daily Wire, and I grew up with Ben. So that first piece that we talked about a few weeks ago, kind of just emailed Ben. I said, "Hey, I wrote this. Do what you want with it." He's like, "Yeah, no problem. Great friend." So he posted it, and I'm gonna try maybe writing a little more, or trying to get the message out there on gun safety and Jews and guns, and see where it'll take me.
That is fantastic. I imagine it'll take you back here on Cam and Company before long. In the meantime, Yehuda, thanks as always, sir. It is great catching up with you again, and hope we get a chance to do this again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you, Cam.
You bet. Yehuda Remer, you can find Yehuda on Twitter at Yehuda Remer, Remer.